Hey, remember Madballs? Yeah, those awesome toys from the 80s that... What exactly was the point of Madballs again? I mean, don't get me wrong, they looked cool, but they had to do something else, right?
We could play catch with it.
Oh.
You can almost do that with anything. But it's shaped like a football, right?
Well, they got me there. But just like everything else popular in the 80s, the Madballs also had a cartoon. To be more specific, two direct-to-VHS specials produced by Canadian entertainment company Nelvana, who also produced... maybe that's just a bad example. What else have they done? Okay, so I guess most of their projects have been questionable and a little weird. But let's find out how this one did. Here's the first video, Madballs, Escape from Orb. Okay, I guess a sneaker company sponsored this video. Next we have our intro. Really? Great Balls of Fire? I have a feeling this is going to be one of those shows that's full of puns. Don't you hate those? Then we get some exposition, because who wasn't curious about the backstory of the Madballs?
Orb has been taken over by an army of no-good bad balls.
That's the joke.
Led by their evil leader, Commander Wolfbreath, the bad balls have enslaved the fun-loving inhabitants, outlawing laughing, bouncing, and especially music. Commander Wolfbreath has hunted down and flattened every rock and rolling band on Orb.
Okay, so apparently there was a war on planet Orb, which probably looks something like this. And now it's under a pseudo-totalitarian rule by a fascist political party called the Bad Balls. Sorry, I guess trying to make this sound intelligent just isn't working. Then we meet the main characters. First there's Freakella, who oddly enough didn't have a toy. I guess they'd waste too much money on foam trying to fill that gigantic hairdo. Seriously, she looks like someone decapitated the 80s. Then we meet the other well-known Madballs, Screamin' Mimi, Skullface, Hornhead, Oculus Orbis, and Dustbrain, aka Dusty.
Great! With that block, we can finish this tooth.
This one's a girl? Ew. So they're forced to build a statue to the Führer named Wolfbreath. Then one of the guards insults Freakella.
Hurry it up, Mophead!
Did he call me? If I ever get my hands on that bad ball, I'm gonna flatten him, then fold him into a teeny tiny airplane and send him flying. Hopefully into a brick wall.
This may be kind of messed up, but am I the only one getting a boner right now?
After their work is done, they head off for the night. What the hell? Where did their limbs go? And now they're back? Jeez, what a weird species of round people. Hey, you know what? Maybe this planet is where Pac-Land is located. Hey, why not? This is just as weird. While heading out, Freakella has a run-in with the bad ball that insulted her.
Call me a mophead, will ya?
Whoa, wait a second, was that a Care Bear? So they just showed a Care Bear getting beat up. You know what? These guys are alright. So as it turns out, the Madballs have a band that play in a secret underground club since the Bad Balls have outlawed all music on planet Orb. A secret underground musical resistance. Huh. That's pretty ballsy. Unfortunately, the Bad Balls show up to break up the fun.
Raid! Gotcha!
No. Please, I do not want to see Dusty naked. They get rescued by two other Madballs named Slobulus and Arg! Yes, that's right, his name is Arg! So Slobulus and help them escape in a rocket ship they built. Yes, that's right, these guys built a rocket. Oh, this should be fun. So they take off. Wow, what a fucked up galaxy. But then they start having technical problems because they're in a rocket ship built by a couple of idiots.
Be careful or one of us is gonna have to fly this thing.
You mean you're not flying it?
What have you been doing?
Making parachutes.
Oh.
Alright, that was kind of funny. But the bad balls go after them and they try to get away.
I see you've decided to fly into this asteroid field to use your expert skills to maneuver through it and lose wolf breath.
No, we're out of control.
Alright, that's two. So they continue their flight through space. Wait a second, I just realized something. These are the Madballs, and they're flying through space. So you know what that means, right? Anyway, the Madballs end up crashing on Earth, as most alien refugees tend to do. Oh shit, there goes the planet. And they just so happen to land at a concert that a band had failed to show up to. So the Madballs take their place.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives the ball insane. You broke my will. What a thrill. Goodness gracious, great ball of fire.
You know, I've got to admit, they're pretty good. I should point out that Freakella is voiced by singer Cree Summer, who does a really good job here. Cree has done a lot of voice acting, and if this show had taken off, I'd say this would have been one of her most underrated roles. Then the Bad Balls show up again, and they have themselves a Scooby-Doo style chase. Ah, come on, you can take these guys. Get your balls to the wall! Then Freakella uses her golden pipes to send them packing. After the show, they meet up with a kid that offers to be their manager, and they begin their newfound musical careers on Earth. But sadly, we won't get to see that because this show never made it past the pilot. In the second video, things went in a different direction. Titled Madballs Gross Jokes, it was essentially a collection of lowbrow sketches and one-liners.
Has the patient been anesthetized?
I can't tell, Doctor. He's out cold.
Honestly, I really don't have much to say about it. It's like a lost episode of Monty Python, written by Rob Zombie. As for the jokes, they're about as hit and miss as they were in the first video, just in larger quantities.
Do you have pig's knuckles?
Of course, man.
Well, wear gloves, and no one will notice.
Honestly, I think the funniest part is the disclaimer at the beginning of the video.
Repeated viewing of this tape may result in the loss of one's bodily functions, redistribution of facial features, premature baldness, and a difficulty in forming simple sentences. So, if you're seriously considering a rewarding, challenging career as a lawn ornament, this is the show for you.
You know, that reminds me, I really should write up a disclaimer for my show. Also, it seems the same voice actors were involved except for Cree Summers. It's too bad because she really did bring a lot of life and energy to the first video.
Doctor, how long can a madball live without a brain?
Well, I don't know, Skullface. How old are you?
That's all I can stand of this stupid sketch.
Some of the jokes were okay, but others were just facepalm worthy.
Doctor, the invisible man is waiting for you in the waiting room.
That's a good place to wait. Tell him I can't see him now.
Though it's pretty passable, but the first video is far superior. It was weird, but actually a little enjoyable. I really could have seen this as a show. It had a good variety of characters, the musical performances were great, and I have to give it credit for actually getting a few laughs out of me. I went into this not expecting much, but it wasn't that bad. But what I was really impressed with was the lack of ball puns. Honestly, I expected the whole video to be like that. Heck, I made more than they did, so good job avoiding the obvious.
Think nothing of it. We really had a ball!
Hey, don't push your luck. Well, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. And now I shall leave you with the song they should have used for the opening.